In 1971, deep in the frozen wilderness of Alaska, a man disappeared. His name was Leonard Knight. He wasn't a soldier. He wasn't a survival expert. He wasn't famous. He was just a quiet construction worker who boarded a small bush plane, expecting a short, routine flight over endless white mountains. No one imagined he would never come back. Halfway through the flight, the engine began to cough. Then, silence. The pilot tried to regain control, but it was already too late. The plane slammed into the snow-covered ground, breaking apart like paper. When Leonard opened his eyes, everything was quiet. Too quiet. The pilot was dead. Leonard was alive. But survival came at a cost. He had no radio, no food, no map, no winter clothing strong enough for what was coming. The temperature that night dropped below -30 degrees Celsius. Every breath burned his lungs. Search teams were dispatched within hours. Helicopters flew overhead. Rescuers found the wreckage. They found the pilot's body. But Leonard was gone. After days of searching, hope began to fade. After 2 weeks, the search was officially stopped. Leonard Knight was declared dead. But Leonard was still out there, somewhere in the white silence. He had crawled away from the crash, dragging his broken body through the snow. Using fragments of metal and torn fabric, he built a crude shelter. At night, the darkness felt alive. He could hear wolves, not far away, close enough to hear them breathing. Leonard slept in short, terrified moments, waking every time the wind shook his shelter or ice cracked beneath him. Hunger became pain. Pain became weakness. He melted snow to drink. He scraped bark from trees and chewed frozen berries, knowing some could kill him, but starvation would kill him faster. His hands froze. His feet went numb. Then, black. Frostbite began to take parts of him. Still, he moved. One step, then another. Leonard didn't know where he was going. He only knew one thing. If he stopped, he would die. For 54 days, he walked. Through storms, through silence, through hallucinations where he spoke to people who weren't there. He imagined warmth. He imagined voices calling his name. And every morning, he woke up, still alive. On the 55th day, Leonard collapsed near a remote Alaskan highway. A truck driver saw something dark in the snow. At first, he thought it was a dead animal. Then, it moved. Barely. Leonard weighed less than 45 kilograms. His feet were severely frostbitten. His body was shutting down. Doctors later said something chilling. A human being should not have survived this. Leonard never told his story to the world. No interviews, no books, no fame. He simply returned to a quiet life. But somewhere in the frozen wilderness of Alaska, the snow remembers. Because once, a man was supposed to die, and he refused.